What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining the stream tonight. Not a ton going on today, but I wanted to touch on some stories that I may have missed earlier this week. So I'm going to jump right in. A good story here from a Masari report that Cointelegraph reported on notes that more than $30 billion was raised from 1199 funding rounds in the first half of 2022, basically saying crypto raising hits 30.3 billion, outpacing all of last year. In a Tuesday report by crypto analytics firm Masari and Dove Metrics, the data shows that the 30.3 billion raised in CeFi, DeFi, NFT, and infrastructure was achieved through this funding round in 2022 first half, which is pretty darn remarkable when you look at it. I think we're going to start seeing more and more money pump into this. Obviously, the Coinbase BlackRock partnership that we saw come in a couple days ago, things like that. I feel as we continue on, we're going to start seeing more and more adoption. We're just still in the beginning stages, so to speak, even though it's been around over a decade. Just seeing that money come in is promising for a lot of people. Hut 8, one of the mining companies, 330 Bitcoin mined in July 2022. They just put out in their monthly report. Their reserves are at 7736, basically meaning that these people are just hodling. They say in the third point down here, their long-standing hodl strategy, 100% of these self-mined Bitcoins in July were deposited into custody. That's as of the end of July. And again, producing 113 Bitcoin. Very promising, again, for a miner to be able to weather these conditions. Again, as I mentioned yesterday, a lot of these people are selling their equipment, they're selling their Bitcoin for Huddy to continue mining, as well as holding on to these coins is pretty darn amazing when you think about it, because a lot of these competitors are just not doing that. Going on to a little real estate, Bankrate had a survey. Basically, you can see to the right column the breakdown of demographics from Gen Z, millennials, Gen X, and boomers. What is the favorite investment for the long term? Not surprisingly, real estate came in a little ahead of the stock market. I think when you look at the weight of this, the demographics of the people they asked, obviously Gen X, Gen Z, and boomers I would assume lean a little more real estate heavy. Millennials and obviously to a degree too. Gen Z obviously is all in on crypto. It's just going to be one of those things where eventually you'll start to see, and again, the whole point of this channel is to kind of start to see when the intersection of cryptocurrency and real estate sort of merge and become one and the same, where we're not talking about, oh, hey, look at this house that sold for Bitcoin in Miami. It's going to be, half the houses out there are getting offers in crypto. Sellers are more willing to accept, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever the crypto at the time is, that they will consider valuable and worth, again, selling a house for, which is a big thing, considering it's not been done that much, as well as not been done in many states. You're kind of seeing that. And again, that's the whole point of this channel. But again, real estate came in at 29%, a little bit above the stock market. Saving CDs, obviously you're seeing savings rates go up a little bit. They're not as, they're still in the ones if you're lucky, but nothing incredible. Bitcoin cryptocurrency down in 6%. But again, I think that's more of these younger people that are coming in saying like, hey, I don't want to play the stock market. I don't want to put my money in bonds, which is probably more the boomers, perhaps some Gen X as well. But again, it's kind of interesting to see how it's going, and to see how, if you look at this over time, upcoming years, how this is going to potentially get weighted more Bitcoin crypto. And, bonds, I think it's going to jump over bonds very soon. We shall see either way. And finally, there was a pretty cool chart put out here. Market Realist put it out. Source was BlackRock. And what they're looking at is from 1900 to the present of 2022. the percentage of adoption of technology in the United States starting way back in 1900, when you're looking everything from the first, telephone, electricity, air travel, color televisions, internet, microwaves, digital cameras, tablets, and very much an indicator down the bottom right corner where we're at with Bitcoin in terms of the adoption of this technology. So some would argue, hey, we're still so early. Obviously, people who are really into it, the maxis, will be excited about something like this. Whereas perhaps people from the chart before, when I was kind of going over where you see your safest long-term investment, people might look and say, okay, well, hey, Bitcoin is not really getting adopted as quickly as we thought it would because it has been around over a decade. And what are we missing here? Obviously, I fall in the category of thinking, it's going to be much higher. It's going to go up a lot quicker. And I think I agree that we're early on this technology, and something to, consider holding on to something in your portfolio, not financial advice, of course, but for me, I feel like it's very important to have something, some sort of exposure in this, in Bitcoin at the very least. I don't go crazy with all the, altcoins and things like that, but to each their own. But again, this is a cool chart. And if you kind of look at this, how much things exploded when they did, you can kind of see by decade. So again, 2010 to now, it's barely a blip, but again, it's starting to pick up, and we're going to see where it is, and it's going to be very fun to watch this chart. So again, not much going on. It's a Sunday. We'll see you all on the live stream tomorrow. Again, thank you for checking in. Please, like this video, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your evening.